This is Senate Public Works Committee.
Well, folks, welcome to this live coming to you from the RIA Road, where the Senate Public Works Committee is inspecting ongoing works here on the main RIA ELW area. The engineer is in conversation with Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow, who is the chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Works and Rural Development, along with Senator Sir Joseph, chair on executive. It's tough. So, folks, this is the Jets Channel. This is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the ELW side of the RIA Road. This road leading to the Roberts International Airport is under construction by East International. As you know, quite recently there were a lot of controversy surrounding the construction of this road and also the slow pace at which this construction work was ongoing. And so several senators have been raising issues, including Senator Ibrahim Darius Dillon. The last time we saw the Public Works Minister admitting that the East International does not have, the technical capability to do this work. But as you can see, they worked ongoing here. We just few blocks away from the ministry. That's the ELW Junction, Samuel Kayando Sports Complex. That's the terrain here. And so Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow, along with Senator Sir Joseph, are here touring the progress of this road. And East International seem to be making some progress here from this end. But mind you that this is a very long sketch of road from the RIA over to the ELW junction. So if you look at the work that has been done here, this is just a minute portion because this is a very long sketch of road to the Roberts International Airport. But these senators are here. Remember recently the Senate Public Works Committee had a hearing and with the Public Works Minister, and Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow has been very, very much, critical as it relates to the level of work that has been done here. And there were also issues of the way how the road is being chipped on the side, Also issue about the way how the road is being chipped on the side and pose serious danger to those people planning on the road in the night. During the night hour, this road is very dark, and the construction company, chipped the both sides of the road and left this original portion on this side. And when you are moving at night, it's become a serious difficulty as it relates to how you plow this road at night, being very careful. And so, as part of their oversight responsibility and one of the cardinal responsibilities of the legislature is oversight, these senators have come to view exactly what is ongoing here. So Senator Sir Joseph and Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow are both here. So you can see it's an ongoing work here. These guys are tying the beam for ongoing work. Covered being laid here. folks, if you just joined us, reminder you're listening to watching Spoon TV, sorry. And we just a few blocks away from the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex on the ELWA RIA Highway, where East International is carrying on construction work. You know, prior to the concerns that were being raised about the slow pace of the road, when those concerns were not being raised seriously, this project was very, very much slow. But as you can see, a lot of work ongoing. East International machines are posted several areas of the road here. And so the engineer is working with the two senators. We're hoping that after the tour, we will speak with them to tell us what they make of the work so far that has been done here. But this will best be a minute portion. You know, you just cannot grade, you know, the progress being made on this road by just, you know, few steps or few feet that you've been seeing here. But prior to all of the concerns that were being raised, prior to all of the issues that were being raised by senators and Liberians about the slippage of the road, prior to those concerns, this was a very slow project. But I think that's the reason why oversight responsibility is very important. Those people who are clear with responsibility to do this work always be on the back of the duty bearers. And definitely, once they're on the back of the duty bearers, asking them what's the progress, how has it been done, obviously it's going to be done, but professionally and not rushing and doing substandard work. So you can see so Senator Erin Levin Snow is here with I listened to him earlier on telling the engineer that there's a need for a detour. There's a need for a detour because there's serious traffic. So the senators have identified one of the major challenges facing the construction of the road here, especially with the traffic, very huge traffic here. They have said that there is a need for detour because in other sense that roads where cars will be passing, bypassing the major construction work. There's nowhere. As you can see, there's a huge traffic on this road. Why everyone, crave for development. Everyone, wants development to come, but the challenges and the struggles and hurdles and those things that they're going through, especially with the traffic, spending several hours sitting down in the vehicles, is something very, very, very stringent. Well, so this is Spoon TV. We're coming to you live from the ELWA RIA Road. But this is just a minute portion of this construction work. If you haven't been to Liberia following us, this is a very long sketch of road. So the Roberts International Airport is being constructed being expanded. So these senators have come to do inspection. After all of the concerns are being raised about the slow pace of the road, this company now having the technical know-how to construct such a major project. So now they've come to do some inspection to know what exactly they've been doing here as it relates to the construction of this very major route. Yeah. What do I call it? Isa walking, but we'll soon be returning. We'll soon be coming back on us now. We don't stop and get a bit, all the way to that bar road, maybe Tower Road, not even Tower Road, but that's the Copper Road. I don't start from kind of walking down there. We're not going to Tonsho. They're coming, they're going here, they're coming inside here. Yeah. Goliki here with the Goliki Hotel. Right now, we're going to Goliki Hotel. Is what I'm saying? What?
Then you deliberately say we have a good in the past. Then you started to argue and make noise.
So some of the challenges the people are facing on the road. So So this car was stripped allegedly by one of the machines here. And so that's the issue. It's been packed here. It's alleging that one of the machines. So that matter seemed to be resolved temporarily. The vehicle was parked there, alleging that one of the yellow machine stripped the car, and so they were demanding that they resolve that. But the senator decided to give his number. But that all points to the issue about detour. When these construction works are ongoing, that's the reason why you see the people will tell you that construction work ongoing, may at work, slow down, all of those things. So when there is a construction work ongoing, so that they can avoid some of these things. There's a very huge traffic. Cars are stuck in the queue here from all sides. See this traffic? Very huge. Very, very huge traffic here. Keep following Spoon TV. We are coming to you live. See, most of the works have been done here. The laying on the cover, or you can describe it as drainage. There's a very huge covert just ahead of us here. And according to what the senators say, that is where they want to go, but it seems that they've stopped. This project is going to be a massive, very massive relief for Liberians, especially a major road like this, international road like this, to the only international airport Liberia has after over 100 years construction work, widening of the road. It's a major feat for Liberia. So we just listened to Moswado Senator Sir Joseph stating that the work is ongoing, but the issue about the detour, he has identified the issue about detour. East International, all these trucks that are constructing the road are here. This is the Rivals International Airport Road. We are just around the ELW area. We have not even reached the ELW hospital yet. So another segment of the road is being done on the side. But I believe it's due to the major public outcry and the issues raised on this company. They were a bit slow on making sure that the work can move on. And these are very good initiatives, especially by senators coming on the field, on the ground, talking beyond these people, making sure that they can do the work. Because they did not prove to the Liberian people and even our legislators that they could do this work. They did not convince the senators, representatives that they could do this work. And you can see that since they started talking to them, like our little men, Liberian English, putting muff on them. People say since they started putting muff on them. That's when they recognize the fact to speed up with the construction work, get more manpower. At first, you didn't even know there was construction work going on the road. At first, you come on this road, you will just see one or two persons in orange or green jacket. You know, you will not see them many like this. So So we don't know whether it was due to resource or someone somewhere they didn't want to do the work, or it was just a smoke screen to show that there was work ongoing while absolutely nothing was actually ongoing. So, but the issue about traffic is a serious issue here. Traffic, you can see the long queue of vehicles. Yeah, very long queue of vehicles stuck in the traffic. With several of them are trying to bypass the main queue, which will actually cause a lot of traffic. Let's go back there and see what is being said by this individual. Said that this company is not in the right position to do this work. He's saying that the company should be changed to another company who can better do this work. He was asked for his view by the senators, and they found out the public works minister also should be dismissed.
Crossing. All placement to the lead.
So that concerned citizen is calling for a replacement of the company. She replace this company and also dismiss the public works minister. The minister was very, very honest as it relates to the whole case, saying that those people that are constructing this road, they are not competent enough, did not qualify, they don't have the equipment, the technical know-how to do such a major route. But they remain, they are still here, carry on this work. So few blocks away from here is the ELW hospital that is entire stretch is being named after the ELW compound, where you have the radio station, the hospital and school as well. It's an entire missionary area. So there's a very large cover like I mentioned earlier on. You can see. It's trying to So there's a very large cover. You see, those guys are trying to construct this covert. It's a very major water line here on this side. Very major water line from this side. This cover is going to open this line, so the water is going to move over and go that way on that side. So Senator Snow is trying to go down there. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow, along with Senator Sir Joseph. Senator Snow is leading this team of 2 persons, 2 senators that are carrying on this work. Viewing the work. The committee is viewing this work.
On the hill?
People want to be on the So this is an initiative of the Committee on Public Works and Rural Development. The chairman here, Senator Edwin Melvin Snow. Here with Senator Sir Joseph. Viewing this entire project. It's a very huge culvert being laid just on the road here, crossing the main road that's been constructed. So the guys are working. Does this mean that the issue about whether this company is working or not should be dispelled by this visit? For me, I don't think so, because it's a very long sketch of road. A very long sketch of road. Again, if you just join us, this is a road tour, a tour of the ongoing construction work of the RIA Road. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow is here with the Ministry of Public Works, along with the engineer doing this work. And Senator Sir Joseph too is also here on this team. Remember, the Public Works Minister appeared at the Senate quite recently in the Committee of the Whole, where Senator Snow was presiding. And there are lots of issues that have been raised about this road, especially the issue about road fund. The road fund delivery, summation of the road fund, payment of companies. Some companies may not be certified, and that's why the road work is slow or so. But
probably this is not the end of your tour, but so far what has been the committee impression about what is seen on as part of the sightseeing tour?
Well, first of all, happy that the chairman on the Committee on Public Works invited me to come and visit with him based on the instruction of the plenary. We see a good job going on. I want to first of all commend the company for what they are doing. There are other concerns that we have seen. The traffic congestion is a major issue that needs to be addressed. And I believe the solution for that will be to have do-tour roads open within the communities where you can have do-tour at different locations, and then the free traffic will flow. But I think from what I've seen so far, from my view, I'm seeing them using a lot of materials, good materials. They need to double the effort by employing more people so they can do more work and focus on the do-tour work. But I want to say thank you to them, and also commend the Ministry of Public Works for the level of supervision that they are doing. And I think my proposal would be to do another visit to look at possible do-tour locations that can be established so that cars can pass into those communities, so that we will not have our citizens struggling 2-3 hours in the traffic. It is a standard when you are doing a road like this, you must open do-tour roads. That's priorities. So far, that's my view, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, you are the chairman on the Public Works Committee, and before you, the Minister of Public Works told your committee and plenary by extension that East International lacks the technical and financial capability to do the road. What is your own impression after visiting the site today, comparing to what the Public Works Minister has recommended?
Well, first thing, let me thank the chairman and executive of the Liberian Senate who joined me today this tour. This is an unannounced tour. So what we did today, we briefed members of the Public Works Committee and asked the pro-tem so that the chair and executive will join me, and we'll do a surprise visit in this room to see exactly what is happening. Yes, the Minister of Public Works appeared before the Liberian Senate a few months ago and told us that East lacked the financial and technical capacity in this room. East made a submission to us, committee, that indeed it had both the financial and technical capacity to do this room. So it was East versus the Minister. So we've been patrolling this road. Sometimes we send people to take pictures, video recording as a committee, but then today we decided to come and verify ourselves. What we've seen here today, at least the portion we covered, and the second phase of our visit will be Robertsfield End. So the portion we've covered, from what we've seen, it seems that it looks impressive. We also have some engineers that the committee contacted to do a study on the road, unannounced study, without consulting the public works engineer, without consulting the contractors. They gave us a report. We have seen the preliminary report, and it sounds conflicting to what we were told by the Minister of Public Works. So we are now, the committee will sit in committee room and we look at the details. For what we are seeing here today, I'm impressed so far with the thickness of the base course. Now the base course of the road is that component of the road after you have compacted the road with ladder rod, the area of ladder rod, that area where you begin to put the crush rod. So the thickness of the base course seems impressive. We'll also now be looking at the thickness of the asphalt. We are now comparing it with the existing road, and what we are seeing so far, or what the scope of work is showing us, is that the base course of the new work is thicker than the previous work, and the asphalt component is going to be thicker and more guaranteed than the previous work. But again, we have seen the base course. We cannot verify the asphalt component. Once we see that, then we'll make a determination. The other thing about this road that we like is the wideness of the road. And it's going to look like the Japanese highway, where you're going to have a middle dimension, or middle division. You're going to have a division between the two lanes. So it's going to be 4 lanes, 2 this way, 2 this way, and in the middle, like you see the Japanese highway, like you see Broad Street. So the major component of this road, the traffic area, is going to have that middle portion, which we are very impressed with. We're now going to encourage both the road fund through the Liberian government and the contractor as per the pre-finance arrangement to accelerate the work before rainy season comes. This would be a sheen an embarrassment to all of us if this component of the road is not completed before the rainy season. What we have agreed so far from the Senate side or through discussion with the contractors and the executive branch is that from here to around Tingles Village, they will complete this side before the rainy season. From the airport to the bridge, they will complete that component. And then they will mobilize now so that the next grass season, they can attack in the middle there. But if they just open the whole road like they did previously, we're going to have a major problem. So again, contrary to what we heard from the minister, the independent report is showing us something else. Our visit today is showing us something else. So the Public Works Committee is a technical committee. So we cannot just take from the minister or that visit. Based on what we see here today, what the minister made in her submission, what the independent engineers gave us information, we put the 3 reports together, we have a hearing, and then we come up with the final report that we present to the Liberian Senate before we close for our discussion.
You are from a final information. You are a former representative of this district where we stand right now, and your colleague here has made some specific references to detours in communities. As former lawmaker, what would you recommend? How would you recommend that to the technicians?
I'm very happy that the chair on the executive, who also happens to be the senator of this county, has spoken very well about road connectivity and detours. For such a major highway, it's difficult to carry on massive construction work like this with all detours. Like you already said, I'm a former representative of this district, so I understand this district very well. You can take the Cement Hill Road going into your community where you live, I mean, you still live there. By hitting the Rock Hill community, you can go as far as GSA Road. You can also go all the way to Zubatan and enter from ABC, the Baptist Seminary, all the way there. So the African Bible School, that whole area. So there are a lot of connections here that we must take into consideration. So one of the recommendations we make in the Public Works District, since it's not in the contract for the contractors to do that, we must now look into our road fund budget through the Ministry of Public Works to open some alleyways and detour. Because once they start the pavement, we have to give it time to get dry and all those kind of things. We have to work with the different outlets. So again, the Senator of Monserrato, who is very versatile, understands the terrain of his county. I fully agree with him as chairman of the committee and as former representative of this district. I agree with what he said fully. We must create alleyways and detours so that this work will be able to go. So today again, like I said, since you said finally, I'm not anybody else, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the road work being done. We encourage the government and the contractors to accelerate, whether it's payment, whether it's manpower, whether it's equipment, whatever is lacking, to make sure that this road is done speedily and with the quality required specs. We must all emphasize the issue. So again, I think what EAST is doing seems satisfactory so far. We've come all the way to this point. Like I said, the second phase of the visit, we'll visit another point. And we hope that we can continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And so you have Senator Erin Mervyn Snow, Bomi County, and also chair on the Committee on Rural Development and Public Works. They're speaking with journalists. So you can see this is a very major route, and we'll look forward to returning here. Like he said, the other portion, the RIA portion, will be looked at too as well to see the level of work that being done on that side. My name is Aaron. Thanks for following Spoon TV.